Hi everyone. Um, so today is December 31st, 2022. It is the very last day of 2022. So I think I decided that I'm gonna do a little Barracks Tour for the year. I've never done one of these, and most of my content is just ether raid, so I've decided I'm gonna like take you guys back on a little bit of a memory lane. Um, so yeah, we'll just get started. Basically, I actually didn't start playing Fae until CYL4 came out. Um, so I just played for a little bit then, and then I would always be really on and off until around like Legendary Claude's rerun, first rerun in like I think September of 2021. And then I started to get like really addicted and really into the game, and I've just fallen in love with it more and more ever since. But since it was CYL4, we did get to choose a CYL2 unit and a CYL3 unit for free. And my CYL2 unit I chose for free was actually Brave Ephraim. So this is him. I used to use him a ton. I never use him anymore. I just don't really think he's that good, and I don't really have any, like, he doesn't fit anywhere in any of my teams. So I remember choosing him and Brave Camilla, but then I decided to sack her for, I think, attack speed push. I don't really use staff units that often, other than like Elamine and Flane. So I didn't really see too much of a use for her, at least for me. But then Soth was actually my first +10. He is S supported with me. This is his build. I have an arena build too, which looks like this. And then this is just the general use build I use for him. I don't really use him anywhere outside of arena. I don't use him too much anymore because he's kind of just like fallen off. He's still good in my opinion, but he doesn't have the score to back it up. But yeah, ever since his like Resplendent came out, I was like, you know what, I think I'm actually gonna finish +ing this unit. He was the first unit I ever promoted to 5-star, so that was like a big moment for me. And I remember also using Altina a lot. I used to think she was my first, like, the first mythic that I, like, used a lot. I remember thinking she was so good, and my friend who actually got me into this, I would always say, like, oh, the Radiant Dawn characters are so good, like, Legendary Ike and Altina, they're such good characters, and he would always be like, they're not that good, like, I don't know what you're talking about. But I had no idea what I was talking about either. I was a newbie to the game. And then another unit I +10'd is Sedith. So yeah, I gave him guidance. He used to have the rain skills. He's mostly for arena. He doesn't really have a 300 SP C or B skill, but I mostly don't really use him for arena anymore. But like, this is the arena build I went with. This should probably be attack speed rain. But yeah. And then as I was summoning for a certain unit, this one popped up and I was like shocked. I was like, whoa, I think she was my first pity breaker actually. I was like, whoa, who is this unit? And I was with my friend and he was like, oh, that's Fallen Edelgard. She's extremely broken. And this was like just a month or so after she first came out. So she was like the best unit in the game, obviously. And like, there's like no PvE. Yeah, PvE content. No, yeah, PvE, sorry. There's like no PvE content you couldn't like do with just her. Yeah, so she was super broken, and I'm really happy I got her. I use her a ton. I still use her in Ether Raids. I use her in my Abyssal map clears. She has fallen off a bit. Maybe she could use some true damage or something, but she's an amazing unit still to this day. I love her voice line so much. My favorite one is when she's like, facing you, I grow weak. Like, I love how her voice like fades back into her normal. Let's see if we can hear it.
Why? My progress cannot be stopped, no matter how many people try. Facing you,
I can't really hear anything, but hopefully she said it.
We must trample the past underfoot and move
Yeah, my sound isn't really on.
tomorrow.
But yeah. Anyways, this is Claude. He's beautiful. He's my first +10 5-star locked unit on this account, at least. And yeah, I've showed you guys this a couple times because I just finished him, and it was like an amazing experience finally being able to finish him. But yeah, he has a ton of skills. He has Deadeye. Oh, actually, he doesn't have that many skills. I guess you don't really need to give him that many. But yeah, this is my Claude. And then the unit the banner that I got my Summer Edelgard on was this one. This was like the most annoying experience ever. I spent 800 orbs on this banner to get one copy of Summer Ash. One, and I like never even use him. Literally 800 orbs, and it was also right before what's it called? A bunch of units were demoted to 4-star special, so like Shell was still a 5-star that I got instead of a 4-star special. Adrift Male Corin broke my pity. I got up to over, I think it was like 8.5%. It's insane. I've never had like a banner go that high. If I can find a screenshot, I'll try and put one, but I don't think I have a screenshot. But yeah, then I pulled on the double special heroes banner, and I got one with a plus defense IV, so I merged into that one. And then we have this unit. This is one of my favorite characters of all time, Lysithea. I love her so much. I especially love her post-time skip design, but when I saw she was getting a Christmas all, it made me extremely happy, and I was able to get her to +1, and then recently I actually free summoned her, which was awesome. And so now she's at +2. I love her art. I love the pairing. I love her conditional brave. She has fallen off a bit. I feel like with the release of Ninja Corin and her, deflect magic became a thing, and you know, people just kind of stopped using them. But yeah, this is another one of my favorites, Winter Manuela. I use her every season in Arena. She's incredible. She originally had the Winter Rapier plus speed with Aegis, tech speed unity for the double unity, special fighter, and like mystic boost. But I finally, like, once we got what's his name, rearmed Leaf, I saw this weapon and everyone was like, oh, Winter Manuel is like the best unit to use this weapon on. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll do that. And then like, it's kind of redundant with special fighter because special fighter also inflicts special cooldown charge -1 on foe per attack. So I decided to finally like get the courage, and I sacked my Valentine's Lucina and then gave her steady breath too. And then after this is another unit who I really enjoy using in Ether raids. He should have disarm trap. And yeah, I used him a bunch in Ether raids. I don't use him as much anymore, but like this skill is just, it's so good. I love having a dagger unit on my team just simply for disarm trap, and he's like the OG for my hit and run strats. And then we have New Year's Reagan. Reagan is a character who I did not care about at all. Like, I really loved, as I said before, I really loved Brave Lysithea, and I was like, I don't like that Swift Sparrow, no, that attack speed push damages Lysithea, so I'm gonna give her Swift Sparrow 3. So I did, I was so dumb. I didn't even read her weapon. I didn't understand that Lysithea didn't even want 100% HP. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna feed a Regan to her. So I gave her my base Regan, and I went a long time without ever pulling another Regan. And I don't know, I actually paid attention to the story, and I like replayed it, and I decided that I actually did really like Regan, and I was like, oh my gosh, wait, I shouldn't have killed her, but it was too late, I already killed her. So when she came out, I was super excited. I was like, okay, I have to get New Year's Regan, like she's super adorable, and I give her a bunch of great skills. What else does she have? She's got close counter, advantage, crossbow attack, and red feud. Yeah, she's a pretty cool unit. And then this is Brave Erica. I decided to build her because that same friend of mine who used to play with me told me that like there was this build that was really strong on her, and it was basically like ether and distant counter, because you could get like a ton of true damage based off having the high cooldown special, and then she also has like half no follow-up and like some damage reduction from her weapon, so she could work as a pretty good like omni tank. Then I decided like over time it's probably better to just specialize her into player phase, because there's no way she's living like a ninja Korin or stuff like that. So it's like, you know what, let's just stick her to player phase. And then this is another plus unit I plus 10. This is Hatari Dean. I regret plus 10ing him. Until we get an arcane dagger, he's like pretty much a bench warmer. Like he does nothing. Like I got rid of some pretty good units for him. We got rid of a Ninja Shannon. I think this was Briam or Ascended Lake Yard. I don't remember. And then Swiss Sparrow 3. That was not from Regan. I know that was not from Regan. I'm not 100% sure who it was from them though. And then this is Valoria. This is a unit I'm not super attached to. When I played Fates, I was like, whatever. I'm not like super into the beast characters, but just the way she works in this game is absolutely amazing. So I support her with Asker, and I use her a ton in Light Season, and she really gets the job done. This is a unit I've invested a ton into. This is a Pirate Hinoka, and this is a Legendary Sheeta. What else is in here? We got, oh my gosh, we got an Anand. We got, who is this from? Zeke, I think. We got, this is also from Anand. This is from Fallen Female Morgan. This is from Legendary Sheeta. And then this is also from Fallen Female Morgan. And then this is from Fallen Gustav. I guess I actually got attack smoke for and attack defense cash both from Fallen Gustav. But yeah, this unit is absolutely insane, broken, will take out entire teams. All you have to do is get her into vantage range, use this twice with Brave Lysithea, and yeah, you just put her out in front, and I use her with Brave Lucina support, and she gets the job done. So here's the Regan. I finally free summoned. No, I didn't free summon. I sparked because I didn't get any of her on the way to the spark. On this was the first time she re-ran when I started playing competitively. It took a few months. I was like, where is this unit? Like, she hasn't showed up. She wasn't there anytime from, like, I think around June to like February. I think she came back. Yeah, she came back in February. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's finally here. And this is when I decided to spark her and make a new account solely for her. We will get into those brigades after these. But yeah, I love her so much. I use her all the time in Ether raids. I honestly though, like, I'm starting to use Sather more and Plumeria just because I have more merges on them. And I think they're a bit better unit. Like, she's broken. Like, everyone had a huge reaction when Kanto came out and she introduced that. So yeah, she's really good. And then we got my plus 10 Resplendent Seliph. I was not expecting to actually plus 10 Seliph. Like, it was super random of me, but I had all the copies and I was like, you know, this is a actually good unit. Like, he has tanked some pretty hefty mages before. Ninja Korin hits super hard. He's tanked her. He's tanked, I don't know, some other mages. I can't recall off the top of my head, but he does get that 50% damage reduction, so that helps a lot. This is Summer Freyr. As you can see, another Fallen Gustav went to him. I like Freyr a lot. I really like his design. I thought this art was super cool, and I wanted him to get in the game as a legendary, but that never happened. So I was like, okay, I might as well just build up the summer version. But now that Sather mentions Freya and Freyr in the story, so I have hope for Freyr coming back now. And then we got my Brave Edelgard. This is an awesome unit. She's my favorite near savior. I use her in offense and in defense. For summoner duels, I will use her with distant defense and hardy fighter, and then defense res far save. But I don't really care about countering attack for far saviors in summoner duels, because all you need to do is survive. But I also don't really care about summoner duels that much, so I mostly just use her for ether raids. She is a plus 10 project. I have ascended her defense, and yeah, she's super strong. And then we got this unit, incredible. Actually, I don't really use speed preempt that often. I mostly use attack speed far trace, and he's just crazy good. He gets like so many stats, and he gets all stats plus 10, and he gets half null follow up, null guard, damage reduction, null deep wounds. He gets a ton of stuff, and he can just take out teams like crazy. If you've seen some of my past Ether Raids videos, you've probably seen him survive Duo Dagger, Scented Leg Yarn, Brave Seliph, Flame Muspel, literally all in like one round. It's crazy. And then we got this unit. This is Young Innis. I used to use him just with Swift Sparrow and lull speed defense or null follow-up, but I decided to give him speed preempt and use him with Brave Edelgard, and he is like a beast in ether raids. Like, with that high speed, he's not getting windswept. He is surviving all the sweeps and just being able to counterattack first, and they just die. This is my Summer Claude, another Claude that I really love so much, and I actually just finished building him on this recent banner, the recent Double Special Heroes. I got rid of who's it called? Thief Nina and Summer Dimitri and someone else for attack speed catch. But yeah, this is his best build. I'll show you more of him on my free-to-play account. Then this is another one of my favorite units ever. I use her all the time. Summer Edelgard, she's super broken. Yeah, I really recommend using her if you guys have not used her yet. And then Atlas, this is another plus 10 project I started. I have no feathers, so that's why he's only at plus 1. He has Arcane Downfall, and he just has like a bunch of skills. I'm not 100% sure what like skills I want to have him use. But he has a bunch of options. And then this is one of the only formas that I actually use. Actually, I think there's one more I'll show you guys after. But yeah, she's honestly pretty good. Speed Smoke 4 is very solid on her, and just with like the healing and the the Mystic Boost effect, the disable skills that calculate adaptive damage, null adaptive damage. That is really strong. And the mage effectiveness is also really good. Her damage output is kind of falling off a bit, but she is pretty good. And this is also a unit I use a lot. I used to use her a lot in Aether Raid's defense, but I think like the warping AI was kind of hard to control, so I don't really use her that much anymore. But she was a pretty solid unit for me, always doing a ton of damage with that growing wind. And then this is another unit I love using, Brave Marianne. People hated on her art. I think it's adorable. I think it's super well drawn, especially this one. And she looks awesome with her hair down here. But yeah, this is her build, pretty standard. Yeah, I use her with Brave Crom for Gale Forcing in Astra Season. And then we got Shez. This unit I'm also building up. She's super cool. I got rid of Halloween Female Corn for her, and my Scion Larcey manual for her. But she performs pretty well. She gets a lot of damage reduction and a ton of attack. And then this is Arvel, the unit that brought Catria balls back in my defense for Anima season. So yeah, with them I'm able to get +5 res, an additional +5 res, which makes Catria actually work. This is another unit I forgot to show you guys, but Brave Lysithea. She's obviously super strong. This is the build I use on defense is this, and I don't know, some other Sacred Seal. I don't really know what it is. But on offense, I use her with Astra and Times Pulse, and she's super strong. She can get through pretty much any unit. She has gone through Brave Dimitri before, Ascended Adun, Brave Hector. There was a couple other units I wanted to show you. Wait, did I already show you Lysithea? No. This unit, I'm decided I'm going to start doing a Claude emblem. So all my orbs are going to Claude now. All the Claudes. So this is his build so far. Deadeye's not really great on him because his attack is super low, but maybe with a Refine it will help. There was another Yuri. I really wanted to show you guys Yuri. This unit, I love Yuri as a character. I'm super surprised he hasn't gotten an ult yet. Hoping he doesn't because I don't have orbs. But yeah, basically I use him with either Flashing Blade, attack speed solo, and lethality, or I do Growing Wind, Life and Death, Times Pulse, and Quicken Pulse. Sometimes this is no follow-up, sometimes this is just on a trap. It depends on the mode. Was there anyone else I wanted to show you guys? Oh, Ninja Lin is also a character I love to use in Aether Raids. She goes kind of crazy. This is not the build I use with her. I normally do Fury 4 and Disarm Trap, and then another Fury. And then I do the same kind of build with my Ninja Korin. But yeah, now let's take a look at my formas, the 10 ones I've taken. So this is the first one I took. This is Fallen Ike. He has a pretty nice kit. Attack speed Unity might have been a bit better. But yeah, this is what he comes with. Hopefully his Refine will be a bit better to keep him kind of busted. And then we got this Summer Joshua. I mostly just did this for the manual, and a ton of good skills came out, so I took him with Infantry No Follow-Up, Whitecap Bow, Ruptured Sky. I wish this was Deadeye. I don't think it got any Deadeyes though. Attack Speed Unity and Speed Defense Tempo. Then we got Volk. This was a build that Theology, Joel, suggested Defense vs Unity, so I decided to pick it up. I actually never ended up putting him on any of my teams, but maybe someday. And then this is my Brave Eliwood forma. He's pretty good, honestly. He gets a lot of effects from his weapon. And yeah, he's a pretty good Beast Slayer and Dragon Slayer. And then here we got Tsubasa. I wish she was a little bit, I wish her attack output was a bit better. So I could run like Heavy Blade and actually get Gale Force more consistently, or if she had like Special Acceleration. But yeah, this is her. She's very cute. And then this is the other unit I actually use, my Groom Raphael. I use him in Chaos Season with Yuri, Summer Edelgard, Ash, and Summer Thor. And if there's a bonus unit, then things have to change around a bit, but that's what I do for now, and he's pretty cool. I like his weapons effect of the cooldown count -1. And then Guinevere, I showed you. This was for the catalog, this was for the catalog, and this was also for the catalog. Oh, and lastly, I also wanted to show you guys Duo Micaiah. I think this was my first duo unit, if I recall right. Yeah, they were my first duo unit, and it's the reason why I started to really like Micaiah and Soth even before playing Radiant Dawn. They were super strong when they came out, and even in like Abyssal maps today, I still use them for their duo skill because it's kind of crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my Barracks Tour for this account. Now we'll move on to the next account. It's a lot smaller, but I've got some pretty good stuff there, so I'll see you then. Alright everyone, so now we're on the free-to-play account. I do have some audio issues with my iPad for some reason. I don't really know why. So I'll just add music to the background. But yeah, basically this account exists solely for her. Just for her. Basically, as I know, I said the story with Reagan and I killed her, and then I watched the video and I played the story and I fell in love with her, and so I was really sad. And then I was like, okay, she's coming back in February. I'm gonna make a new account and I'm gonna +10 her on that account, and that's what I did. I spent all of my orbs on that account +10ing her, and she came out to be the most beautiful thing I've ever made. And I've killed so many units to her. I chose Brave Erica as my free choice for the CYL unit when you make a new account, and I immediately killed her for Surge Sparrow. Her brother went to her. I don't know who that is. I don't know where the pulse smoke came from. But yeah, she's just got a bunch of awesome skills, and I use her in Arena. She doesn't really score that well. I don't really score that well in Arena. I don't care about Arena. But yeah, Brave Lysithea is obviously the other unit I chose for the free pick, because I chose this one you could only pick for CYL 5 and 4. So I got to choose between Lysithea and Brave Erica, and I got to choose between those 8, and I chose Lysithea and Brave Erica. And then this was like the first seasonal unit, because you get like a bunch of random units for free when you first start playing. So I got her. I used to use her a lot, and then I was like, yeah, I'm not really the biggest fan of Severa, so I don't really use her that much, but she's still pretty good. And then Faye, this was like I think my first legendary unit. Yeah, I've killed a few of her for Distance Stance, but I used her a ton when I first started. She was so good in PvE, even in Summoner duels, she was pretty good. So yeah, that's my Faye. And then on the way to +10ing Reagan, I accidentally +10'd Roy. And I kind of wish I didn't, because he's so bad and I have like no skills on him. So he kind of just looks like this. I never ever use him. I never even show people this build, like, ever. So here you go. And I don't even have like Faye Pass because it's free to play, so it's not even resplendent. And then also on the way to +10ing Reagan, she was actually sharing with Malice, and she's an amazing unit. She's so good. She's got Null Guard and all stats +6 and Special Acceleration. That's, oh wait, no, not Null Guard, just complete tempo. So yeah, she can be pretty good in Astra Season for Gale Force, because you don't really have to run like tempo. or anything, you can just run Flashing Blade and then we'll follow up Seal and Wings of Mercy, and she'll always get her Gale Force. But I actually use her more as an Omni tank in late season. And yeah, now I got my Triandra. This was also I got on that first banner. Triandra is a character I really like. She's so pretty. Her design is so awesome, and I really like her relationship, and the story with Peony I think is really sad and really compelling. But yeah, I love her design. I think she's awesome, and yeah, I sacked a Tsubasa to her for some defense comps I was looking at. And then I got Legendary Edelgard also on this banner. I don't have her on my main account, but I love Edelgard so much, and I was summoning for Summer Edelgard ones, and I was like, you know what, it'd be really cool if I got Assault Troop for Legendary Edelgard too. So I got 2 Summer Edelgards, and yeah, so now she has Assault Troop. She's kind of mid, like she needs a refine. And then this is my Sothis. She normally looks like this. She's actually good. She's like actually good. She's bad in defense, but she's good in arena. However, she doesn't really score well. But if she scored well, she would do super well in arena, because she can pretty much tank anything with Dragon's Wrath 4 that I summoned on the Flame Lin banner 4, or Flame Tana banner, I guess. Attack Speed Ideal, I got this from the manuals, and then this is from Fallen Male Morgan. And I was like, okay, she doesn't need Time's Pulse, because if you give her Darting Breath, then she'll get the Sirius every time. So yeah, this is my Sothis. I kind of wish Regan was sharing with characters I liked a bit more than Sothis and Malice. Like, I literally don't even know who Malice is. It would have been better if she was sharing with, like, there's some good red units I would want her to share with. I'm not sure. But yeah. That was my Legendary Edelgard, my Sothis. And then this is also a unit I use a lot. I don't have Resplendent, obviously, but she's pretty good at Gale Forcing. On my main account, I use Performing Arts as her instead, and I use her with the Arcane Axe to get the Gale Force. And then I dance with her after. And then this is my Edelgard. I would love to build her. One day I want to build her, and I want to speed stack her, and she's going to be awesome. I love that she actually has a somewhat viable speed compared to the other Edelgards. She's a lot more unique to them. Actually, all the Edelgards are different. Even though a lot of them have the same weapon type and class. Like, they're all different. Like, this one's kind of like mixed phase, mostly player phase. Mostly focusing on attack and defense with some speed. Summer is obviously for Gale Forcing, and she's red, so she's player phase with red. And then Legendary is a player phase Gale Force armor that's green, so those are different. And then Fallen Edelgard is a Gale Force armor that's a beast, what's it called? A colorless beast unit. And they're all really tanky, not really legendary. And then Brave Edelgard, and all those 3 units want to be away from allies, but Brave Edelgard wants to be near allies, which is what makes her different and cool and fun and broken. But then yeah, Gunthra, I'm not sure where I got her, but I just remember using her a ton in the beginning. Hataria Azura I use a ton. Obviously, I got rid of my Fallen Ninian for her. Thor is also a unit because I decided to summon on the A Hero Rises banner with her. I try to use her with Gale Force. She's pretty good. And then also on that banner, I got Ninja Korin, I think, who I use a ton. And then Legendary Male Byleth, I didn't put him in here. Nana is a unit I also use a ton. I remember getting a ton of use out of her when I first got her. She was just like a core member that I would always use in like summoner duels or even ether raids. And then we got my young Sorin. He's also really nice. I use him on defense at the moment. He's pretty good with his damage reduction and his sweep effect. Yes, I said Corin. And then Marianne, of course. I shouldn't have put her on here because I already went over her on the other account, but it's basically same function. This is basically the same unit. I don't have attack sleep on though. Then we got Legendary Claude. My +10 Summer Claude. This is an awesome unit. Awesome. It's like in every way possible. I love Claude so much, as you guys know. Super broken. Yeah. I actually spent like 700 orbs on this banner to get him. It was so frustrating though because I got him at like +9 within like 500 orbs, and I could have gotten him if I just got Fey Pass and Sparked, but I'm free to play on this account, so I couldn't do that. And literally also summoning on that banner, I didn't get any other of the focus units. I didn't even get any Summer Edelgards until the double special heroes. And that was really sad. I wanted to at least get like one of them, just like somehow encountering. But yeah, that didn't happen. And then I decided to summon for Legendary Lucina on, I think it was Tiki's rerun. I'm not sure. It was someone's like remix, their first remix or something. And I was like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna go in and spend some orbs because why not? And I got 4 of her in 200 orbs. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, that's kind of crazy. So I think she's my new +10 project. I ascended her attack and she has a plus speed asset. And then this is my current what's it called, Grail project. Gerald, I am low on grails because I'm broke. I don't have attack defense catch 4 because I'm also broke. And then this is a new unit who I love using so much. I think she's super cool. Kind of wish she wasn't minus speed, but yeah, she's super good. I use her with Malice, so I don't have to run no follow-up on her. But yeah, that's basically it. That's my my tour, my Barracks tour for 2022. This was a really great year, guys. Everything was, this is my first year doing, doing FayTube, and that was just like a huge thing for me, like finally deciding to do it. I watched a ton of FayTubers in the past, and I was like, whatever, it's 2022, I don't care, I live alone now, I'm gonna make videos. So I started making videos, you guys started receiving them well, and it was awesome. So I'm really grateful for all of you and for such an amazing 2022. Hopefully 2023 is even better and we can get some more +10s on the way. But with that said, that will be it for now. I would say I would see you guys next year, but I'm probably not going to get this out until January 1st. So see you guys later this year. But yeah, thank you so much for everything you guys have done. I really appreciate all of you. Just make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends, maybe watch some of my old videos. I really learned a lot from watching other people's AR videos, which inspired me to make some. So maybe you guys watching mine will also inspire you. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you guys later. Bye.